Whenever I would feel these feelings bubble up, I quickly talked myself out of it. This is Satan's temptation. I need to get over this or I will surely go to hell. Hello there. You can call me Claire. I grew up in a very religious family, and I studied in an all-girls institution. In my younger days, I was overweight. I had this extreme love for eating, and I just couldn't resist. Because of this, I didn't have any friends. During break time, I'd often sit alone and admire others from afar. I'd admire their shiny hair and brilliant faces. I didn't know if I wanted to be like them. All I knew was I enjoyed watching the other girls. It was in this constant solitude that I met the one person who greatly influenced my life's choices. Is there someone who's greatly influenced you? If you can relate with me, like this video and hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to activate that little notification bell to keep updated with more fascinating stories like this. Sister Marianne was my music teacher. She noticed that I didn't relate with my peers. Whenever I was alone, she approached me and invited me into the music room and taught me how to play various musical instruments. That shifted my focus from just spending my time watching other girls to pursuing a hobby in music. I've gotten to know Sister Marianne very well, and the various charities she works for inspired me. So after finishing college, I entered the convent. That was when my dilemma started. Unlike in school, where I usually kept to myself, being in the convent forced me to associate and cultivate positive relationships with the other nuns. This led me to discover another side of myself, the sexual side, and I was tugged into a different and troubling direction. As a novitiate, my superiors warned me against preferring the company of one nun over the others. However, being a loner all my life, I was quickly drawn to be close to another novitiate in particular. Her name was Margaret. Even if it was against the rules, we consistently talked with and confided in each other. Soon, I started to fall for Margaret. Not that she was doing anything in particular to seduce me. She was just so beautiful and kind, like Mother Mary in the flesh. Whenever I would feel these feelings bubble up, I quickly talked myself out of it. This is Satan's temptation. I need to get over this or I will surely go to hell, I would tell myself over and over again. Never in a million years could I imagine myself as gay. My family was very religious and devoted. I was educated well on the Christian way of living ever since I was very young. My head told me that what I was feeling for Margaret was wrong, but my heart told me otherwise. I felt miserable. I was ashamed of my sexual desire. I constantly reminded myself of the vows I took to live a life of poverty, chastity, and obedience. The emotional turmoil I felt made me behave awkwardly, especially around Margaret. It wasn't long before she noticed my behavior and kindly asked me if I had any problems with her. Should I tell her the truth? I hesitated, but I recalled that as religious people, we should be the first to show mercy and compassion to others. I trusted that Margaret would understand, so I told her the problem I've been having and how I felt like I could be gay and how I was attracted to her. As I expected, Margaret listened with understanding and compassion. She didn't judge me. Instead, she prayed for me. I felt relieved over Margaret's acceptance about my sexuality. Sadly, after a few days, she also told me that she had asked to be transferred to another convent, and just like that, she packed up and left. Margaret's leaving made me sad, but I thought it was an opportunity for me to reflect on my sexuality and focus on my true calling. I thought my problem was solved since I no longer had a close friend in the convent anymore, but I was wrong. Soon, another nun in the convent caught my attention. I felt so guilty about my feelings that I realized I couldn't live like this anymore. I admired the mission of the sisters and their commitment to a higher purpose, but I couldn't go on living a life of duplicity. I took a leave of absence from our congregation. I underwent therapy, counseling sessions with my superior, and long discussions with my family and trusted friends before I truly understood myself. I now embraced the fact that, yeah, I really am gay. But I still don't desire to be in an intimate relationship with another person. I admire the other nuns, but I realized that my gender cannot stop me from doing the good works that my God has commissioned me to do. What do you think about my decision to leave the covenant? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, help us get to 1,000 likes by sharing it with your friends. And don't forget to watch our other nutty stories.